Hi, welcome back to Naturally Lit. Okay, so we're going to talk about Aries Moon. All right, Aries Moon. The moon is your subconscious, your inner emotions. It's ruled by Cancer. It moves every 2.5 days, so there's always moon cycles, right? There's full moon, waning moon, waxing moon, and I highly suggest you guys go ahead and research that, or I'll make you a video on that. Let me know. Put a thumbs up, and I'll definitely tell you guys. So we're gonna talk about Aries Moon. Aries Moon. This is the moon. The moon is soft and squishy, okay? Like it's think about it. It's illuminating the night, okay? This is why it rules the subconscious, and it rules our moods and our sensitivity and the way that we feel on the inside, things that we don't know how we feel about them. And now you have Aries there. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars. Mars is all about passion, drive, energy. It is the warrior planet, okay? It's your libido. It is your intuition. It is your independence. It is your rage, your anger. It is your desire to live, okay? Like your desire to live. And Mars is the only planet that orbits in its own orbit independently, okay? Now, if you put that in layman's terms, it's war of emotions. So there's this constant internal war going on. And of course, it depends on what is aspecting your moon and where it's located. Now, if it's below the horizon, meaning in houses from 1 to 6, this is going to really be way more internal, and it's going to be happening definitely to you, but from you, essentially. Like, it'll be happening way more from you. And if your moon is above the horizon, it happens literally to your like physical body, okay? And of course the aspects matter and all this stuff, but this is a generalization. So when we're talking about the moon with Aries, all right, with Mars, your mother could have been a fighter, you know, an athlete. In real simple terms, she could have been an athlete, you know what I'm saying? Or you could have felt like you were always at war with your mother, like it was always a fight, you guys couldn't get along. And Aries is ruled by fire, okay? So now you're putting fire and water together. Either if it's ice, you can melt it with fire, or you know, if it's waves and there's a fire, the wave is going to put that fire out. So there's always an interesting relationship between fire and water, okay? It makes up the 4 elements that make up spirit: fire, water, earth, air, man, spirit, okay? But when we're talking about an Aries moon person, and for a female, it's different than it is for a male, because a female, this is like, depending on your chart, and this is has nothing to do with sexuality, this has to do with energy. And this is what people need to understand, is that it's energetic, okay? Even though you could be a male on the outside, you could literally have a lot more feminine energy in your chart, and vice versa. So that's all gonna matter as well. But essentially with the Aries moon, you feel like you can't get a grip on emotions. Like, Aries moon people are driven, they're passionate, they're dynamic, okay? They are independent, baby. They don't hold on to grudges because they don't have time for that, all right? They're driven by desire. Their emotions and their desire and passion all go hand in hand, okay? Depending on what they're passionate about and what they're driven by and desiring in their life. And with Aries moon, these are people who have high sex drives. Don't mean they last long, okay? Depending on the placements, all right? Because Aries is a cardinal sign. It starts things. So it's like the spark, all right? It doesn't necessarily maintain, depending on what your other placements are. This is gonna alter that energy. But essentially, Aries moons are pioneers, you know? They start new ideas. They have visions, and they want to go for it. They will stop at nothing to get what they want to get. You know, they won't hold on to things that don't matter. But at the same time, with, you know, there's a lot of activity with this, so definitely working out is good for these people, you know. And this is putting, it's just a placement where the emotions are observed, but in a very quick, fleeting way, you know, depending on where the placements are. The emotion, this is why Aries moons, they can be, you know, temper tantrums, you know, just quick to throw punches, literally. All right, Aries moon are known to throw punches. They're known to throw hands. Like, don't act like y'all ain't know, you know, y'all ain't known to do that. Don't put your hands on other people. Like, don't do that. So, but Aries moons they're aggressive by nature. So they're quick to react. They're quick to act too. And that's also what makes them good though, because that means they're quick on their feet, you know? They know how to bounce back from things. That's why they don't like to hold on to grudges, because if they do go through something emotionally and they say, okay, this is what it was, boom, 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 boom. All right, on to the next one, bam. You know, sometimes depending on what the situation is, the context of the situation and how they choose to deal with that, you know, that's what will show if they're healthily using their Aries moon or if they're irrationally using it. If you're using your Aries moon on a lower vibrational side, you're putting your hands on people, okay, you're talking shit to people and really coming at them like all up in their face, type like what's up, like challenging people because your emotions are challenged. And you always feel like your emotions are a challenge to even handle, to get a grasp on, to get an understanding about, you know, because the moon is about nourishing. It's about your mother, okay? So what you did receive and what you didn't receive from your mother. So on the high vibrational side, you might have been receiving inspiration and motivation from your mother, you know, to be independent, to be driven, to be ambitious, to be pioneering, to go for your dreams and to really push you out there. Like your mother pushed you out there, you know? Or on the low vibrational side, your mother pushed you, you know what I'm saying? Literally, figuratively. And she fought with you and she didn't, she like talked over your emotion, you know what I'm saying? She's like, okay, whatever, like it wasn't important enough for it to have a place there, you know what I'm saying? And you had to kind of yell at her to get out what you were feeling, you know what I'm saying? So with Aries moon, and as you mature, hopefully, because Aries is known as the, you know, it's the first sign, so it's where we all in our lives have Aries somewhere and Mars somewhere, and you know that energy is pinging off each other. It's all where we're kind of newer in life, okay, or where we need to have that independent, aggressive attitude, having that, yo, I'm gonna get this shit done no matter what type of attitude. And that's great because Aries moon people, they don't back down, you know, they don't look for shit. They don't back down though, you know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily look for things, but only things that interest them. You know, this is why they're spontaneous and adventurous, and they'll more than likely try anything once, you know? And for women, it's going to be this, like men are always going to be challenging you. You know what I'm saying? Men are always going to be challenging, whether it's verbal, physical, emotional, mental. You always have men, because Mars is masculine, right? It's the masculine energy that we all have in our charts, we all have in ourselves. Those type of people, or those people with that kind of energy, are going to be, you know, coming at you, especially if you have like Gemini sun. You're gonna find like you're always fighting with somebody, especially if Gemini is 11th house. You could be like fighting with a bunch of your friends all the time, and it's like a bunch of text messages and long chains of like just talking shit, you know what I'm saying? And just a lot. Yeah, so that's a little bit about Aries moon. You guys let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.